It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another episode of the Foolish Show podcast. I am your host, F to the Ish Foolish, representing reality music entertainment. We about to get this party started in a little bit. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Salute to all the troops that died in the wars and sacrificed their life for our freedom. So we want to say thank you on the Foolish Show, but we still promote peace and love on here. But y'all know how I feel your mind, body, and soul. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Getting ready for a positive week and more blessings to come. But we're going to have a good time tonight, folks. So I hope you're ready for it. We have a spicy podcast tonight. So we'll give everybody a little time to check in. The live chat is always open. Don't be afraid to leave your comments and express yourself. But we're going to get a little spicy tonight, y'all. Because the first topic we're going to talk about is flirting cheating? Is flirting cheating? That's how we're going to start tonight, folks. So I hope y'all ready. Pretty sure a lot of people going to have a lot to say. So if somebody flirting, is that cheating? Then we're going to get into how long does it take for you to really be in a committed relationship? Does it have a time limit? Or can somebody really find love at first sight? Some people might say, I found my soulmate as soon as I laid eyes on them. And we can't judge them for that. It depends on the person. Stylist Ultra, how you doing? S3316. Stylist Ultra says, what's your favorite animal? I would say a crocodile or an alligator. But y'all come on and check on in. Memorial Day special tonight, y'all. What we talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is cheating. Can you call flirting cheating? I guess if you're in a relationship, yes. If you're in a committed relationship, if you're flirting with everybody, you could consider that cheating. But what y'all think? But if you're single, you can mingle. But if you have a significant other and you're really in a serious relationship and you flirt with people, should you consider that cheating? It all depends on who you ask, who you talk to. Different people accept different things. Some people have an open relationship where they let the person that they're dating or married to mingle and do what they want. They let them. So it all depends on the person, what kind of person you are. How much can you tolerate? If you're real to accept your mate flirting. So what y'all think? Is flirting cheating? If somebody goes out, somebody wave at them and they wave back, they have a boyfriend or girlfriend or husband and wife, is that cheating? And you wink your eye back, is that cheating? Is flirting cheating? It all depends on the person. Some people be like, I don't care, they can look, just don't touch. Then you got more people that's jealous. You better not look at nobody. Why is you staring at her? Or you might have jealous dudes that, hey, don't be playing with me. Why you staring at him so hard? Why you waving at him? How you know him? So it all depends on the person. If y'all get what I mean. So I want y'all to let me know. In your eyes, in your book, is flirting cheating? If somebody is inboxing another person and they have a boyfriend or girlfriend, is that cheating? But what if nobody's having sex? If somebody's flirting with somebody else but not having sex, Is that cheating? Eddie B says yes, it's cheating. If you're in a committed relationship, yes. There ain't no other way around that. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and your girlfriend or your wife was doing it to you, or your boyfriend or your husband was doing it to you, it wouldn't feel so good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So you got to put yourself in the other person's shoes. At the end of the day, the relationship is all about respect. You got to have respect for one another. I guess there got to be some boundaries. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? If you want it to work. But some people have their own rules in their relationship. Some people's relationship are more open. They don't care about their man or their woman looking at somebody or flirting with somebody. They don't really consider that cheating. Some people might say you can do what you want as long as you don't have sex with them. Or there's some people that say, I'll allow you to have one or two people on the side. It depends on who you're talking to. Jay Ortiz, I see you checking in. But it all depends on who you talk to. So what y'all think? Is flirting cheating if you're not having sex with that person? If y'all ain't doing nothing sexual, is that cheating? I want to know. The live chat is wide open. Is flirting cheating if you're not having sex? If you got a girlfriend or boyfriend, but you still be winking your eye, blowing kisses at somebody else, is that cheating? What y'all think? Some people going to say yeah. Some people going to say no. It depends on who you talk to. Some people have more open relationships than others. Some people tolerate more stuff than others do. So it depends on how much you tolerate in your relationship. How much you're willing to tolerate. Some things bother people and some don't. It all depends on who we talking to. It depends what kind of relationship y'all have. What kind of trust, what kind of agreement. Because we can't tell nobody how to love. If somebody feel like I'm going to let my husband do a little something and I'm going to let him do, I ain't the one to judge. If a man says I'm going to let my wife go out there and have a good time, it's not for me to judge. It's your relationship and your life and your love at the end of the day. Everybody has to be accountable for their own relationship. We just asking a question. Is flirting cheating? What if you're just saying hi to somebody, but it's the opposite sex? What if somebody you just know from school or something, and y'all see each other, give each other a hug? Should your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend be mad? Should they cause a scene and be jealous? We have to understand that we ain't the first one to talk to people. A lot of us done been around the block and back. A lot of us done been in all types of relationships. So we ain't the first one to have each other. We ain't just fall from the sky. We done went through high school, middle school, in your early 20s. And most of us ain't with the same person that we was with way back then. But it all depends on what kind of relationship you have, folks. What kind of agreement you and your partner has. Justin Ortiz said it all depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what agreement you and your significant other have. If your girl be like, babe, listen, I don't care. You can talk to them little chicks, but Just don't have sex with them. Just don't take it too far. Or they might be like, hell no, you better not try me. I ain't going for that. It depends on what kind of person you're dealing with and what kind of agreement y'all have. So when you meet a person, y'all got to get on the same page and see what each other like and dislike. That way, ain't nobody going to get mad or offended. But you got to be on the same page, or it's going to be nothing but problems. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? So tonight's topic we starting off with is flirting cheating if you're not having sex. What if somebody is just texting? What if somebody is just inboxing? But they never touched each other, never seen each other. Is that cheating? If somebody's in the car next to you, they wind down the window, they blow their horn and wave and blow a kiss at you and drive away, is that cheating? Think about it. It's flirting, cheating. It all depends on who you're talking to. Some men would say, hell yeah, that's cheating. You don't try me, don't play with me. Some men be like, man, I don't care. As long as you ain't sleeping with them and spending time with them. Some women would be like, that's disrespectful. Some women would be like, I don't care, you mine, you belong to me. It depends on the person, folks, whether you consider flirting cheating if you're not having sex with somebody else. But I still think it's disrespectful if you're in a committed relationship. If you're in some kind of committed relationship, you got to give each other that respect. But it depends on what kind of relationship you have. Some people have an open relationship where they welcome that. They welcome their spouse and their significant other to go have fun or bring somebody home and let's play. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? So it's flirting cheating. And the second part of that, how long can you date a person to when you can call them your own? Or do you believe in love at first sight? Who am I to say that if you met somebody tomorrow and you feel like, man, I really like this person, I'm going to be with them. We can say, hey, hold your horses. You're rushing. But at the end of the day, it's your life. Nobody can tell you who to love and who to lay up with. It's your life. It's your body. So different strokes for different folks. If it makes you happy. If you feel like that person just done popped in your life and made you happy and that's the one, who am I to tell you they ain't the one? You just got to be careful. Because you got to make sure you learn everything about a person. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. Because if you rush, then later on, all the skeletons come out the closet, and then you gonna be like, I ain't know this. I ain't know you was like this. I ain't know you was like that. When they start showing you their true colors. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So how long can you talk to a person before you can really call them your own? Is it a specific time? Do you have to date for like 6 months, up to a year, for you to say that's my woman or that's my man? Or maybe some people think or feel like you don't have a time limit. Some people feel like ain't no time limit on love. If it feels right, some people go along with the flow. It all depends on who we talking to here. Whatever floats your boat. Who am I or anybody else to tell you who to love? We just have to be careful who we give our heart to. Because a lot of times we give our heart to the wrong people and you get it broken or stepped on. But you just learn from your mistakes and you keep it pushing. So how long can you talk to a person before you can say that's mine? That's my baby. That's my baby. That's my girl. That's my man. Do you think somebody have to date up to a year? Some people might say 2 years. Some people might say 3 years. Some people might say 2 to 3 months. I can get a feel for a person and see if I really like them, if this going to go somewhere or not. See, I don't think it really has a time on it. Love doesn't have a time on it. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Love doesn't have a time. Some people fall in love quick. Some people fall in love faster than others. Not to say that's a right or wrong thing, because that's your emotions. Nobody can tell you how to feel. You control your emotions. But like we all say, at the end of the day, we always got to protect our heart. Just make sure you don't put yourself in a vulnerable situation to be hurt. Because nobody want to be hurt. Nobody want to be played with. Life is too short. You don't want nobody playing with your heart or your feelings. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? You don't want nobody with you and your emotions. That's why people get so upset when you've been on dating for a while and you break up and you become bitter at each other because all this animosity and hate don't build up now for each other. Each person is disappointed and mad with each other. So you gotta always communicate and know what you're getting yourself into. What kind of person you talking to? Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. We live streaming right now on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Catch me every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on the radio. The Foolish Show on the Block 105radio.com. The Block 105radio.com. Y'all can always check out my podcast show and on socialradio.com every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. But I told you we're going to get a little spicy tonight, y'all. So is flirting cheating? If somebody's flirting, is that cheating? What if they're not touching that person or having sex with that person? Is that still considered cheating? What do y'all consider flirting? But I know if you're single, you can mingle. So you can flirt all you want when you're single. But it comes disrespectful when you get in a real relationship. When both of y'all in a committed relationship and y'all are really supposed to be together. That's when things get a little fishy. But it all depends on who you're dealing with. Some people will tolerate more than others. Some women, some stuff don't get to them. It don't bother them. Some women are more jealous than others. Some men are more jealous than others. Everybody ain't the same. It all depends on who you're dealing with. You got some men that get mad if you wave at another man or you say hi to somebody that's not them. And they want to beat you behind and damn near kill you. You got some women that'll cause a scene if a man says something to another woman. Or another woman is staring and flirting at their man. They want to cause a scene. But at the end of the day, we got to understand, we can't go around and poke everybody's eyeballs out. If somebody's looking, ain't nothing you can do about that. Now, if that person is touching that person, that's a different story. So you can't be too overjealous when it comes to certain things, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes we all can be petty. Men and women. We all got that petty gene in us. We all can be petty, y'all. Especially when it comes down to somebody you're dealing with, who you're sexing, who you're getting in bed with. Now you're dealing with a whole other side of emotions and feelings. We don't took it to the next level. A lot of people get in their feelings. And they'll do things that they don't normally do. Because they're so wrapped up into that person. But it's always about being careful, folks. Being careful of who we give our heart to, who we give our time to. Everybody don't deserve it. Everybody don't deserve your heart and your time. Everybody don't deserve all your love. Because they're not going to appreciate it. Nobody wants to feel unappreciated, folks. You want to feel love. If you're giving love, you want that love to come back. It's all about love and happiness. Enjoying you somebody, y'all sharing a life together. Nothing wrong with that. But it all depends on who you talk to and what considered cheating or not. What does this person tolerate and this person tolerate? Y'all have to have an open communication so everybody can remain always on the same page. Once communication becomes bad, that's when problems happen, because now a lot of people you're sneaking and you're doing things behind each other's back. Then when each other find out, here comes all the fights and the arguments and the disagreements. Now all the trust goes out the window, goes out the door, because everybody being sneaky. So it's better to put everything on the table out in the open. Whatever you expect from that person, you have to put it out there. Let them know this is what I expect from you, and this is how I want to be treated. It's up to that person to accept that or not. It's up to that person to step up to the plate and treat you how you want to be treated. But you got to let them know. You got to communicate. No relationship is good without communication, folks. You got to communicate with one another. Make sure y'all always on the same page, or problems will start to happen. And trust is the biggest thing. You have to be able to trust your woman, and a woman have to be able to trust you. You have to trust that you don't have to be around this person 24 hours a day to know that they ain't doing nothing wrong, that they would never do anything to hurt you. But it's hard nowadays because a lot of people is playing games. Everybody's sneaking and creeping. So it's hard to know who to trust. It's hard to know who to give your heart to in this day and age, because everybody's playing around. Not too many people are getting married or having serious committed relationships. I see more open relationships where everybody's sexing and making content and having threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes. You can say they're bisexual. I call it trisexual. Y'all know what a trisexual is, right? They try anything. It's a lot of women and men are trisexuals. They'll try anything. We're living in an era now which is anything goes. The more crazy, the more freaky, the better. And people willing to record it now and make money off it. All their freakiness. So we living in a world where it's a whole nother era now. Back in the days where people used to have shame for it, they ain't got shame for it no more. Women ain't got no shame. Men ain't got no shame. They'll sell their bodies in a heartbeat and won't think twice. And don't see nothing wrong with it. But we have to remember, your body is your temple. Your body is the gift that God gave you on earth. Can't take that for granted. And don't misuse it. You can't misuse it. That's why they tell you watch what you eat, watch what you drink and all that, because your body is like your car. You got to make sure you keep good gas and good fuel in your body. So value your body and value your life. You got to be careful who we sneaking and creeping with. Because we're living in an era now where anything goes and everybody wide open. We're living in a society where everybody's being a trisexual, I call it. A trisexual is somebody willing to try anything. Man will sleep with a man. Woman will sleep with a man. Woman will sleep with a woman. A man will sleep with a sheep. A lady will sleep with a horse. Some people will sleep with a dog. We're living in an era where anything goes. It's crazy. Nobody got no shame no more what they do. They'll put it on your face, they'll record it, and try to make a buck off it. So it all goes back down to true love, folks. We don't know if that still exists. Is it still out there? Or is everybody we just playing around? But back to the topic. Is flirting cheating? If somebody's flirting but not having sex, would y'all consider that cheating? Or they just having a little fun? It all depends on who you ask. Different people gonna have different answers. Some people can tolerate certain things, some people can't. Some people will let their girlfriend do this. Some men don't care if their girlfriend walk out and everything's showing. Some men be like, man, you ain't gonna play with me like that. Go change. That's disrespectful. That's mine. Don't show everybody what's mine. Then you might have some women, oh, you so jealous. You don't make no sense. You don't tell me what to do. Then you have some women that say, I understand, baby. I'm sorry. I change. Because I want to respect you to the fullest. You see what I'm saying? It all depends on who you with, who you talking to, and what's their mentality. Some people let certain things slide. Some people won't. That's why communication is a must. You got to have that communication and be on the same page. If y'all came to that agreement, then that's a different story. But if that person told you, hey, it's me and you, and we locked in, and we ain't doing nobody else, and we ain't bringing nobody else in our relationship, and that's what y'all agreed to, then you got to respect that. You got to respect it to the fullest. Now, it's hard for us to do that because it's hard to fight temptation. Everywhere you look is temptation. Women and men, all you have to do is go on your phone, and the temptation is right there. You can go on your social media, you're going to see somebody you think look good, or fine, or handsome, or cute, or sexy. So temptation is right there at your fingertips. So it's all about how you control yourself and how much love and respect you have for the person that you're dealing with. If you don't respect and really love the person you're dealing with, then you're going to do anything. You're going to move any type of way because you don't care about no repercussions. You don't care if that person leave you alone because you don't really like them like that. Because if you really like that person, you're not trying to hurt them and you're not trying to run them away. So you're going to show that respect. You're not going to cross certain lines. But it's easy to cheat nowadays because it's right there at the tip of your fingers. Ladies, y'all know y'all can go to y'all inbox right now and it's probably 100 dudes sending you nude pictures, telling you what they want to do to you, how much they'll pay for it, where they're going to take you shopping at, how better they is than your man or your husband. That's how it goes. It's sharks in the water. And they're always looking for prey. There's always sharks out there lurking. But like I said, it's all about respect. If you're in a serious relationship, you got to have respect for the person that you're dealing with. You got to have respect for your significant other if y'all serious. Now, if ain't that serious, y'all just everybody just linking up every now and then. That's a different story. If it ain't that serious, then maybe I ain't gonna sweat you, you ain't gonna sweat me, and that's the agreement we got. Everybody just having fun. It all depends on the person and what y'all got going on. Nobody don't know what y'all got going on with y'all. Nobody understand Will and Jada relationship, but look how long they've been together. That's their relationship. And they still going. And it's been all in the open. Are they wide open? But they still together. So that's why I said it depends on the person. Depends on what you can tolerate. What you consider disrespectful or not. What will get you in your feelings? Some things might bother people, and others it might not bother them. You be like, man, I don't care. She belong to me. I don't care how many men whistling at her. I don't care how many men trying to holler, that's mine. You got some dudes that's just over jealous. Don't do that, man. Don't, you can't go here. You can't do that. You can't peek your head outside. They don't want you to wear your hair a certain way. They don't want you to do this. All depends on the person that you're dealing with. All depends on what you're willing to accept. But you have to let that person know what your boundaries are. Don't go past this point. I'm not going to accept this, and this. You got to lay the law down. You got to let them know. You got to let people know where you stand. Especially when it comes down to your heart. When it comes down to your heart, you got to let a person know, this is where I stand. This is what I'm going to accept. You don't want nobody to be guessing. Let them know exactly how you feel. But we're living in an era now where true love is not that common. Everybody's just playing around. So if everybody's just playing around, it's no commitment. So a lot of people's not going to be respectful because everybody's just doing what they do. They feel like it don't matter because that's not really my husband or my wife. They ain't really my girl or my man. It all depends on what kind of situation you got, what kind of situation you in. But tonight's topic is flirting cheating if you're not sleeping with another person. What if somebody's just flirting with somebody, but they ain't touch them, they never went out with them, never got in bed with them? Do y'all consider that cheating? Like I keep telling you, it all depends on who you ask and who you talk to. Some people gonna say yes, some people gonna say no. Some people like, it don't matter to me. As long as they coming home to me. As long as they come back home, I don't care. And then some people like, you ain't gonna try me like that. I would not accept that. I'm gone. I'm leaving. Might be their breaking point. It all depends on who you talk to. Are y'all listening to me? Nobody can tell you how to live your love life. That's up to you. Just make sure you're putting yourself in situations where you can be happy. If what y'all got going on makes you happy, then God bless you. Who am I, anybody else, to tell you what to do? Neo got his 3-4 girlfriends. That's what he wants. God bless him. He got to keep up with all those different emotions and spread that love. That's him. It all depends on what you want. Nobody can't really tell you, oh, this is the man for you or this is the woman for you. You got to know that. And if you feel like one ain't good enough and you need all these multiple people, that's the life you want to live. It's your life. If you found people that's willing to accept that and y'all got that agreement, it's your life. Who are me or anybody else to tell you how to live? But you know we all do. We always have an opinion about somebody or who they dating. She shouldn't be dating him. She shouldn't waste her time talking to him. He ain't no good. Man, that girl ain't nothing but a thought. You better let her go. Why you trying to wipe her? We all do it. But at the end of the day, is that person business? Is that person life? Is that person time? We not living it. We ain't there. We not in their house. We not the feds. We ain't tapping in, listening to their conversations. Even though a lot of people put their business on social media and they invite the world in, when they're going through things or when they fighting, they get on there and tell it. I can't stand my man. I hate my baby dad. He be trying me. So a lot of people put their business on blast and want everybody else's opinion. But that's when you open the door for a lot of problems. Because everybody going to have something to say. Whether it's right or wrong. Who's to say what they saying is right? Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? So be careful when you're trying to get relationship advice and run into the internet. Because a lot of them people are miserable. They ain't happy, so why would they want you to be happy? Think about what I'm telling you. What does those people's opinion matter if they're not living it? If they're not in your house 24 hours a day? What does their opinion matter? Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? A personal relationship depends on them and what they have established. Do y'all get what I'm trying to tell you? What you got going on in your household? I can't tell you nothing. Let me go to the live chat. You got Evelyn Griffin said, hell yes, leaving the door open for a possibility is cheating, period. Then we have Sharia Thornton checking in. Jen the Jim, she says, those type of men or boys are weak. No. It all depends on what kind of relationship you're in. It all depends on what kind of agreement you have. If you and that person say it's me and you, and we locked in, then that should be what it is. Then y'all should be respecting each other's heart and feelings. But if y'all be like, listen, we just friends, you can still date and do what you want, I can still date and do what you want, we can hook up every now and then if that's y'all agreement, then that's what it is. See, a lot of times we be looking on the outside, looking in. We don't know what agreement people have, what they're willing to accept or not. I don't know what makes you happy and what don't. I don't know how much you're willing to tolerate. I don't know what will put you over the edge or get you jealous. Some women and some men have more tolerance than others. A lot of them don't accept nothing. Some of them let a lot of stuff pass. Some people let a lot of stuff slide. Some people can catch somebody on video chat with another person and still be with that person. They might have an argument, have a little fight, but kiss and make up. Another person might like, nah, you don't try me. I ain't saying nothing else to you. I'm blocking you. It all depends on who you're talking to. It all depends on what kind of person you're dealing with. Some people willing to accept more than others. But it's all on you to accept what you want to accept. It's your life. Just make sure you protect your heart and you're doing what really makes you happy. Don't accept nothing less. Don't accept being misused or abused. Don't accept being played with. Don't accept just keep getting your heart broken. Make sure you're giving your love and your heart to the right person. And we don't know when that person gonna come along. You don't know how you're gonna find that person. They say all the time, we find love when we're not looking for it. Sometimes love just come out of nowhere. It all depends on who you talk to. A lot of times, when you're not looking for love, that's when you find it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And then when you try to force things, a lot of times it don't work. It don't work out. Y'all end up fighting. Y'all end up turning y'all back on each other. You end up growing apart. It all depends on what you're willing to accept in your relationship. Some people are more jealous than others. Some people be like, I don't care. You can flirt as long as you come home to me. He's still coming home to me at night. He laying in my bed. He sexing me. He paying my bills. And some women like, I don't care. You disrespecting me. I'm not accepting that. I'm not dealing with that. And some men be like, I don't care, man. Long as she don't sleep with nobody. That's mine, so. Told you, it depends on who you're talking to. Who are we to tell anybody who to love and how to love? Sometimes we got to learn from experience. Experience is the biggest teacher. If you didn't learn from all the other relationships you done been in, then you being a fool. If you keep being a fool for somebody and let them use you, you got to look in the mirror. People going to do what you allow them to do. If you want to be a rug and let people step all over you, that's what they're going to do. It's what you tolerate and what you're willing to accept. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? But tonight's topic is flirting, cheating, if y'all not having sex. If somebody's dating somebody, but then they still flirt with people, is that cheating? Somebody go somewhere and somebody say hi. You say, hey, how you doing, beautiful, and keep walking. Is that cheating? If a woman has a man at home and she go to the store and a man wink his eye and she wink back, is that cheating? If y'all riding on the highway and a man pull up next to you and blow the horn at you and blow you a kiss and you wave and y'all drive off, is that cheating? I just want to know. It all depends on who you talk to. It all depends on the person that you're dealing with. Some people are willing to accept more than others. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Some people are willing to accept more than others. It all depends on you. I can't tell you who to love, how your relationship should be. Your friends can't tell you that either. At the end of the day, it's your life. It's your feelings. It's your heart. It's your time. It's your emotions. You do what you want with it. Just be careful, because you can set yourself up for a heartbreak. We all got to be careful who we give our heart to, who we give our time to. Because a lot of people don't appreciate it. A lot of people don't deserve it. And sometimes some people fall in love faster than others. So you can't put a time limit on it. You can't say, well, I got to date a person for a year and then we can be together. Because you might start feeling that person after a month. You might start feeling that person after 2-3 weeks. You don't know how it's going to work out until you vibe and be around and spend time with that person. Some people fall fast. Some people fall slow. It all depends on who you're talking to, who you're dealing with, who you're laying with. What kind of person are you dealing with? Do those person got trifling ways? Do you believe that person is scandalous? Is that somebody you want to get wrapped up into? These are the things we got to ask ourselves, folks. Before you give your heart to somebody, you got to know who you're giving it to. Before you get so wrapped up in somebody, you better know what you're dealing with. What kind of person are you dealing with? That's what you have to understand. Do y'all hear me? So don't let people dictate your love life. That's your life. But you got to watch what you do. Who you talking to, who you laying with, who you letting in your house, who you letting around your kids. Make sure you know who that person is. Ladies, you could be dealing with a man and he could be a child molester. And you bringing him in the house. You having around your kids. You have to look out for your family and your heart. Ain't nobody gonna protect your heart more than you. So we gotta be careful who we fall for. Fellas, we can't be falling for these chicks that thirsty for attention, talking to everybody, flirting with every man, willing to take every man money and go play with him. You got to set your heart up not to be broken. You put all your love and trust in the wrong person, you're going to be disappointed. You can't have high expectations for something that you know was never worth your time in the beginning. Everybody don't deserve your time. Everybody don't deserve all your loving. An old person told me that a person has to earn that love. They have to earn your heart. They have to show you that they really care. They got to show you that they're worth it. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you tonight? This is the only podcast that feeds your mind, body, and soul. I don't come on here just to gossip. I don't come on here to tell you what all the gossip is and what's going on with every celebrity. We're talking about everyday life stuff. Because we all go through things and in relationships. We all deal with love, whether you're a male or a female. So you got to be careful on who you around here giving your heart to. Be careful who you second. Everybody ain't good. Everybody don't have your best interest at heart. Some people will come along, try to use you, take what you got, and have you looking crazy. Break your heart and have you looking sick. Will leave you in the dust. And don't think nothing about it. Erica Benemy checking in. I told y'all we're going to get spicy tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to drop those comments. Tonight's topic is flirting, cheating, if you're not having sex with somebody. If somebody's just flirting, is that cheating? It all depends on who you talk to. It all depends on who you ask. Miss Beautiful Cynthia checking in. Y'all go ahead and check in and hit that thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, give me y'all opinions. Is flirting cheating? Do y'all consider that cheating? If you got a boyfriend or a husband, he go to the store, and a woman wink her eye, and he wave, is that cheating? If he ain't touch her, if he ain't get no phone number, if he ain't gonna lay with her, do y'all consider that cheating? I want to know. Because it all depends on who you talk to. Some ladies be like, I don't care, that don't matter. He mine. He gonna be with me. He gonna come home to me. I don't want to feed him. And you got more other ladies that be like, oh, hell no, you ain't gonna play with me like that. You better not look at that. You better not look at her. Why is you trying me? It all depends on who you talking to. You might get a man like, I ain't worried about that. They can look all they want, baby. You belong to me. Then you got the other type of men that want to go across your head. What you looking at him for? What you waved at him for? Why y'all was looking at each other? Want to go upside your head. So it all depends what kind of relationship you in and what kind of people you dealing with. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? I can't tell you what to do in your relationship. That's on you. Because at the end of the day, it's your heart. It's your time. It's your energy that you got to put into it. Not mine. I ain't going to be there. I ain't going to be nowhere around when y'all together. So what the people on the outside say, that don't matter. Everybody going to have an opinion. Don't talk to them. Girl, you stupid. You wasting your time. But they're not in the bed with you. They're not under y'all roof. They're not on the phone when y'all talk. Unless you add them in on three-way. Fellas, it's the same thing with us. Man, you waste your time talking to her. She ain't nothing but a hoe. Boy, you better let that go. Dog, why you falling for that? Man, she got too many problems. Bro, she got kids. Man, don't deal with that. Dog, don't. It's always going to be people on the outside talking. But at the end of the day, it's up to you because it's your relationship. It's your life. Let's go back to the live chat. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there watching, by the way. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. We live streaming right now on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Shout out to everybody in the live chat and everybody that's watching. Let's go to the live chat. Miss Beautiful Cynthia says, sometimes a man can flirt, but don't mean nothing by it. But a serious man won't flirt. Let me read that again. Sometimes a man can flirt, but don't mean nothing by it. But a serious man won't flirt. I get what she's saying. If a man is real serious with the person he with, he gonna control himself. But a lot of times it's human nature for people to flirt, you know. But is that person reacting on those reactions? Miss Cynthia says, some people who say they want your woman. Same people who say that they want your woman. That's true. But it all depends, once again, on who we talking to. Because some people tolerate certain things. Some women, that don't bother them. They don't care if women staring at their man. They don't care if somebody winking their eye or waving. It's some women that cause a scene. It's some women that want to get up and go fight the girl. What's she staring at you for? Ready to crash out. It's some men that's ready to crash out because a man looked at you and you look back at them and he ready to beat on you and shoot and kill you and the man. It's some people that just take things overboard. Miss Cynthia says, exactly. It all depends on the person. Whoever you're dealing with, you got to know what you're dealing with. You know if that person accepts stuff like that or not. You know if that person going to tolerate it or they ain't. You know if they're going to get mad or not. You know if they're going to show their behind or not. But some people get turned on by that. Some people love that love-hate relationship where you cuss each other out and fight each other and then make up and have good make-up sex. Some people like all that crazy stuff. That's why I said it all depends on who you're talking to. Some people like all that stuff. Some women like to be roughed up. Some people like to be talked to a certain way. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? So is flirting cheating if you're not sleeping with nobody? Or is it innocent fun? Is it harmless fun? Or do y'all consider it disrespectful? I want to know. Because everybody's not going to feel the same way about this issue. Some people are going to say it's cool. Some people are going to say it ain't. It all depends on who you're talking to. But I know one thing. Just make sure whoever we're dealing with, we got to make sure we're dealing with the right person. You're giving your heart and your love to the right people. Because nobody wants to be mistreated, be misused. Nobody wants their heart to be broken. Everybody deserves to be happy. But whatever makes you happy, only you know that. Nobody else can tell you how to be happy. Your happiness starts within you. And you have to be happy and love yourself first. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love nobody else. Because you don't even love yourself. Make sure you love yourself. Hold yourself to a high standard. Don't settle for less. People will do what you allow them to do. If you allow somebody to keep using you, they're going to keep using you. If you allow somebody to keep taking your money, they're going to take it. If you allow somebody to keep stumping on your heart, they're going to keep stepping on it. If you allow somebody to keep lying to you, they're going to sell you a dream. If you allow somebody to keep beating on you like a punching bag, they're going to keep doing it. It's up to you to take control of your life. It's up to you on the decisions you make. You decide who you give your heart to. You decide who you lay up with. You decide who you go to the altar and say, I do to. Can't nobody force you to marry nobody or date nobody. We decide and pick these people that we chose to be with. Your life is your life. Your relationship is your relationship. Don't listen to all the outside noise. That's how things fall apart. Things fall apart because people always listen to everybody else and they ain't happy. So how people that ain't happy gonna give you advice on how to be happy? Most of the time they jealous because you got something that they want. Now they don't treat you out of your good situation. Girl, you wasting your time. Why are you talking to him? You know how many women he talked to. You know what he be doing. I wouldn't take that if I was you. That couldn't be me. Miss Beautiful Cynthia says, all I can say is I want my man to respect me in front of me and when I'm not with him. I can respect that. And you said the key thing, your man. If that's your man, y'all got that understanding, then he should give you that respect. But if y'all ain't really together like that, y'all just a little sneaky link, y'all just talk every now and then everybody gotta be real with each other. Like, what are we being faithful to? If everybody out here bunny hopping, it ain't no commitment. It ain't nothing serious. Now, if y'all got that commitment and you're serious about each other, that's a whole nother story. That is a whole nother story. But do y'all get what I'm trying to tell y'all tonight? We're just having an open conversation because these topics, you're going to get different answers because it ain't no right or wrong answer. It ain't no right or wrong answer. Erica Beneby says true. There's no right and wrong answer. It all depends on who you talk to. Some women might say, I like this. Some women might say, I like that. Some men will say, I accept this. Some men will say, I won't accept that. That's why it all depends on the person. There's really no right or wrong answer. Just like the other topic we were talking about is, how long can you date a person before you call them yours? It varies. I can't put a time on it. I can't say, I got to date somebody for 6 months to a year, then I can call them my girl. I might fall for that person in a month. We might create a bond within 2 months. You can't really put a number on it or a time on it. Some people say ain't no such thing as love at first sight. I can't say that because I don't know. It might be somebody out there that really fell in love with somebody at first sight and the other person felt the same way and they together. It got to be somebody out there that don't happen to. I guarantee you. It's somebody that don't fell in love with somebody at first sight. So who am I to say, nah, that can't happen? We don't know. I don't know how love gonna hit you. I don't know when Cupid gonna come and shoot y'all. We don't know what somebody else got going on in their household. But everybody gonna always have an opinion. Just remember, gotta be careful what we do, folks. Who we give our heart to, who we give our energy and time to. Because a lot of people ain't working. So a lot of people out here will use you and abuse you and leave you looking crazy. Don't care not one thing about you or what you got going on. Are y'all listening to me? Do not be afraid of love. Love is a good thing. Against love. Because love conquers everything. If we had more love in the world, better place. So ain't nothing wrong with love. Afraid of love. Ain't nothing wrong with love. As long as you love in the right situation, ain't nothing wrong with love. Nothing wrong with loving somebody. Just be careful who you give your heart to. Just be careful Who you bring in your bed? We don't know who we creeping, who be cheating. You don't know what this person got or don't got. You don't know who that person just been with or not been with. So you got to be careful who you open up your doors for. You got to be careful who you open your heart to. But love is a beautiful thing, folks. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't have nothing against it. It's a beautiful thing when you see two people in love that's holding each other down, got each other back through the thick and thin. Because life is hard, so it's cool to have a person you can share it with and go through the struggle with. Somebody that's going to have your back and you have theirs. Because sometimes, as they say, it get lonely. Sometimes you get tired of hugging on your pillow. You get tired of laying there looking in the ceiling. Everybody be needing a little loving. Ain't nothing wrong with a little loving. Just got to be careful who you give your heart to. Because everybody don't deserve it. Everybody do not have your best interest at heart. Everybody don't want to see you happy. There's some people that praying on your downfall. Some people that's praying that your relationship don't work. There's somebody right now want you to leave him or leave her so they can try to be with them. Wishing they was in your place. It's a lot of people out there with a lot of shady stuff. Do y'all get what I'm trying to tell you? But I hope y'all had a great Memorial Day. Once again, make sure y'all check me out every Friday night on the radio. The Block 105 to be exact. The Block105radio.com, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Catch me on the radio every Friday nights, 7 p.m. and on socialradio.com. Catch me on those two stations. Y'all can catch this podcast, and you can always rewatch all my podcasts on my YouTube channel. Because this is how I give it to you, man. We get on here, we talk about real life stuff. We don't come on here to gossip. Ain't no he say, she say. We just talk about real life stuff. Because we all got an opinion. And we should have a space where everybody can get on and say how they feel. And nobody hates you or judge you for it. Because don't nobody think the same. Everybody don't have the same morals and principles. Some people willing to accept more than others. It all depends on who you're dealing with. And tonight, we talked about, is flirting cheating if you're not sexing the person? Some people going to say, yeah, because that's still disrespectful. Whether I'm with you or not, don't try me. There's other people like, I don't care, because at the end of the day, you come home to me. At the end of the day, you mine. See, people can look at it different ways. It all depends on who you're dealing with. What kind of person are they? Are they obsessed? Are they obsessed with you? Are they over possessive? Are they controlling? Are they the jealous type? It all depends on who you're dealing with. But at the end of the day, nobody can't tell you to do in your bedroom. I can't tell you who to love. I can't tell you who to sex. I can't tell you who to give your heart to. You control that. You control who you lay up with. You control who you fall for. So people can say and do what they want and talk all that outside noise, but they're not in your household. They're not in your bedroom. They always told me misery loves company. A lot of times people be miserable. And they speaking on somebody else's relationship when they ain't got one, or if they got one, they ain't happy. I just told you misery loves company. So if they're miserable, they want to pull you in and they want you to be miserable too. Don't always think that everybody wants you to be happy and have a man or a woman and be happy. Some people can't stand that. Some people be so jealous. I don't know how she get to have him. I don't know how she get to have all that. Why she get to be blessed with a husband? Some people be jealous and envy of your happiness, folks. Everybody ain't happy for you, especially if it ain't them. So be careful. Don't live your life for others. Live your life for yourself. So at the end of the day, it's your life. You got to deal with whatever consequences that happen. The other people, all they gonna do is be laughing or talking about you. So you better take control of your own life. Don't live for others. Live for yourself. But I appreciate y'all, man, for checking in on this Memorial Day night. We're going to let everybody go to bed. Make sure y'all stay safe. Y'all know what I always tell you, man. Life is temporary, but death is forever. So understand that tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Enjoy life to the fullest. Watch what you do. Watch what you say. Because karma is real. We got to spread love. Always help people much as you can. And look out for each other. We all we got at the end of the day. But y'all stay safe, man. Make sure y'all check me out Wednesday night. I will be back on the air 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Live streaming on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Make sure y'all check out the official Reality Music Entertainment merchandise. Go to teespring.com/realitycreator. Place your orders. We got hoodies, beanies, t-shirts, joggers, sweats, tank tops, you name it, we got it. Snapbacks, fitted caps. You name it, we got it. Shower curtains. Whatever you need. Blankets, towels. Place your orders on teespring.com/realitycreator. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Much love and rest in peace to all the ones that lost their life over the years fighting the war. They help keep us safe. So let's keep all the soldiers and everybody close to our heart. Keep everybody in prayer. Y'all have a good one. One love.